Hey guys, welcome to another renovation video here on my channel. This one is a little bit crazy because we're starting it super early before I'm going to be releasing this, and you guys have no idea why we're doing this renovation yet. But this room, which I'm standing in, it was previously the cat's room with the litter box, and there was a twin bed here before, is now going to be my office. And you might be wondering, Kaylee, didn't you just do an office renovation last fall? Yes, we did. And if you haven't seen that video, it's on my channel. Go check it out. We created like a really cool moody office vibe. But in that video, I mentioned that it might not stay my office forever. And in fact, it is not staying my office anymore. It is now going to be the nursery, because by now you all who are watching my channel probably know that we are expecting our first baby in December, and so we've got to do some crazy renovations up here, and this is now going to be a micro office for me, and then we will be doing a nursery renovation and also a guest room renovation, although the guest room is the lowest priority, office is the highest right now, and then the nursery after that. So I'm excited to take you guys along today. We have some really cool plans for this office. I will put up a mood board somewhere here. As I'm talking to you at this present time, I don't have one yet, but I have an idea of what I want. So we'll put the mood board up here and we'll get going. Today we are going to be tearing out this platform twin bed, which had some built-ins under it. And then also we're gonna take out the carpet and see what the heck is underneath it. We're pretty sure that there's some nice, potentially original hardwood flooring, but we don't know what condition it's in. So we will see, and I will keep you guys posted as we go along in this brand new renovation. So first order of business was to rip out this built-in bed that we had in this room, and let me tell you, once this came out, the room was so much bigger. It was crazy how much space this actually took up, but it was beautifully made, as you can see, by the previous owner, and we salvaged all of that wood, so you'll actually see it in an upcoming nursery reveal video. We found a use for it and it was great. And then Brandon ripped out the carpeting, as you can see. It's beautiful hardwood flooring.
Couple spots fixed.
Okay, that's okay. Wow. We are pretty sure that these are red fir floors, and they could potentially be original to the house, unsure, but they are in remarkably good shape for their age, and we decided that refinishing them right now would be really expensive, so we ended up just leaving them. And yes, there are worn down areas and stuff, but I am just happy it's not carpet anymore, to be completely honest. And then we started on the beadboard, which was an adventure in itself. It took a lot of cuts and measurements and weird angles to get this to work, which is why it's gonna look a little clunky at this moment. Okay, we're in a new day, a new weekend of this renovation. It's Saturday today, and we are taking the day to be at home and do a bunch of things around the house, including working on my micro office. We were working on it last night. As you guys saw, we were working on getting the beadboard wall figured out, which has been way more difficult than we anticipated. When you don't have square walls in your house, it's problems. It's just a lot of problems. So if you're thinking about buying an old farmhouse, just be aware that walls are not straight, which we knew going into it, but man, they are really not straight. But let me show you guys the progress we've made and where we're gonna kind of pick up today, and then hopefully we'll get going. Brandon is just out grabbing breakfast, and then we'll hopefully get going once he gets home. So sorry for the echo. It's super echoey in here, but this is what he did yesterday. So he cut the spots where the outlets go, which, funny enough, we discovered, which we weren't thinking about this before, and I can really tell on camera now, but they are not even. So he actually is gonna move the boxes up. This one is gonna get moved to that top line there, and then this one to that top line, so they will fit in here, which, bear in mind, that's not even, but these are cut in the right spot. It's weird. But again, with like the quirkiness of this house. But that line on the top is straight, so that is the guide we're following. And then, yes, I know it looks really rough right now, but we are going to trim out this entire wall with some like decorative, like thin trim. And then we're also obviously going to, you know, patch and paint this, the blue that I picked out. So it's gonna look very clean when it's done. You might be thinking, why are you putting this over wallpaper? This is not wallpaper. It is actually painted like this. Yep. So I was actually really glad to find out that this wasn't wallpaper because I didn't want to rip it all off the walls. So we don't have to, we're just gonna paint right over it. There's not really much texture there, so that is the current state. This is over on this side. This is all just gonna be like a cream color when it's painted. And then down here, we have to put in some new trim and we have to stain it to match the old trim. We have a trim piece for this section, but then over here where the built-in bed was, there's no trim because they never had trim there because the bed was there. They built all of this like in real time, I'm pretty sure. Like the trim, the bed, all went in at the same time. So yeah, there's no trim pieces for that section. I'm just really excited to get this room done so that we can move into the nursery, which will be an upcoming video. But yeah, this is like the whole reasoning we're doing this. As I said earlier on, we gotta get all my stuff out of my current office so we can start on our little boy's room. So that's the current update. I will get back to you guys in just a little while when we get started on some other stuff. Hoping to get most of this like ready to go for paint this weekend. And then hopefully this week I can run over to Home Depot, pick out my paint, or I've already picked it out, pick up my paint, I should say, and just start getting it painted. After that, it should go pretty fast because it's just gonna be moving stuff in, and I gotta get a runner rug for this room. But otherwise, yeah, it should be a really, really quick transformation once we get the walls patched and painted. So stay tuned. So this was us getting the new trim installed, and then Brandon getting the beadboard just kind of cleaned up. As you can see, it took a lot of different pieces to put this together properly, and it ends up looking great once it's all cleaned up, but I was skeptical, man. And then we go right into painting. So this is Cotton Knit by Bear that we used, and I like this color a lot. We use it in the nursery as well. You'll see later on. It's just a beautiful beigey light cream color. Perfect. All right, good morning for another Saturday. It's actually almost noon now. We just painted this. You guys probably saw some footage of that and telling you all about the color we chose and stuff. I just changed both colors for this room at the last second at Home Depot. Went a little bit lighter than what I was originally planning, and I'm glad I did because this one is arguably even drying a little darker than it looks on the swatch. So I'm very happy with it though. So you can kind of see in the background here, it's like a cream, borderline beige, and it's just kind of like a nice, pretty neutral. And this is the color we're also going to be using in our son's room. That's not the accent color. There's going to be two walls that are this color, and then the other two, you guys will see what that's going to be. It'll just be a nice neutral that's not white. Right now it's really stark white on some of those walls. Sorry for how I look. It's pretty hot up here. It's like 87 out today, and it's starting to get really warm. We have a fan going, you can probably hear that. And I have the beadboard behind me, and this is going to be a bluish tone. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. I just changed it from peaceful blue to something else because I wanted something a little more dusty looking rather than a light blue. And I felt the peaceful blue was going to be too bright, and I'm glad we switched it. So I'm very excited to do this, but we're going to let this coat dry of the cotton linen, and then we're going to do a second coat later, hopefully, and then work on the blue probably tomorrow. So the hope is to get most of the painting done this weekend, but we'll see. Okay guys, good morning. This is after the first coat of blue last night. Wow, I love. It's so funny because last night when I was painting it looked super gray, but in this lighting it's more the color what it should be. I believe it's called Half Sea Fog. If not, I will correct that on the screen here, but gorgeous color from Bear, and I changed it at the last second. Here's even more of a better representation of it here. It's like a blue-gray color, and yeah, we love, yeah, right there, half sea fog. Just absolutely gorgeous. The room is so much brighter, like just wow, compared to the pink. This is awesome. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna go in, retape this wall again. Yesterday we discovered if I don't peel the tape when it's wet, it's kind of pulling paint off the wall, which we weren't anticipating happening. I don't know if it's just the tape we bought, I don't know. But I untaped it last night to let this first coat dry. I'm gonna retape it today and do a second coat of the blue. Then once that's done, or while that's drying, I'm going to clean these floors because, oh goodness, yeah, they're a mess. We're gonna mop the floors in here, get those all cleaned up, and then Brandon actually has to poly that trim down there. You can see the new trim versus the old trim. With poly, I think it'll blend even better, but he's gonna put a coat on that, and I don't know if he wants to do that this morning or not. I'll have to check with him. And then it's just putting on outlet covers, and we're pretty much good. This light I ordered yesterday. It finally went back in stock on Amazon, and it's not estimated to come for like a month or more. So fingers crossed that changes, because I'd like to get this video up for you guys in a reasonable amount of time. But I really want to just wait until we get everything in. So the light fixture will go there, but it's very ornate and it's brass and it's super pretty. And then otherwise we're not doing any recessed lighting in here. Oh, we gotta touch up the ceiling, as you can see. No recessed lighting in here. We're gonna just put probably a lamp on this side of the room on a shelf or a standing lamp, I don't know yet. Because I don't really work in here at night. I do sometimes, but I don't need a ton of light because I'm working at my computer. So I think the sconce here will be plenty for me right over my desk. It'll be great. We'll assess all of that once that's in later on. So let's get working on this second coat of blue, and then I'm gonna get the floors clean.
So I'm just gonna narrate from here on out, guys. I didn't end up filming any more updates talking to the camera. I am clearly getting the floors clean here. If you guys like these types of videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I have a new nursery video coming out very soon showing you guys what we did in the old office space. But this was just kind of the ending of this renovation. It ended up going quite quickly because a lot of this just got transferred from one room to another. I didn't really get a ton of new decor or anything like that. We wanted to save money on this project to put more money into the nursery project. So I just got everything kind of cleaned up, and Brandon then, you'll see, comes in to move everything out. We move the desk out, and my sewing machine and table there, my little craft area, ends up in the guest room. So don't worry, that still has a home. It's just not in the new office. I am going to reveal all of that in just a second here, but we did have one hiccup with this desk. It ended up being too long for the corner I wanted it in, so we ended up cutting it down a little bit. So just a little bit of a hiccup there, but otherwise everything comes out so beautiful. I'm going to show you guys some reveal shots in just a moment here. Here was us figuring out the desk didn't work. All right, so here is the before, a dark, dingy, cramped little space that we really didn't know what to do with. And here is the reveal. So when you first walk in, here's my desk in the corner. My little shelf is behind the door. If you want to know where all this stuff came from, it's in my first office reveal video, which is on my channel, and I can link on the screen or down below. And I also have this little book nook in the corner with my monstera plant that I'm keeping alive miraculously. And then finally this light came in from Amazon and paired beautifully with my grandmother's painting that we got for our housewarming. It's just the perfect shades for this room. I absolutely adore it and this room. It was a cheap and fairly quick renovation. but I really like how this room came out. It feels functional finally. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the nursery tour really soon. It was so great to show you guys all of this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.